Life has been really lifing lately, and I found myself feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and ultimately just out of my body and not feeling like my higher self. I often get asked the question, how do you keep going when it's hard, when it's tough? And the answer to that question is very complex. Well, for me, it is anyway. I like to lean into the simple habits, the simple things that keep me sane on a daily basis. During times like this, I don't want to do those things. I don't want to go for a run. I don't want to eat healthy. I want to lay in my bed and doom scroll with the hopes that when I get up, maybe I feel a little bit better. I usually don't. So I fight that urge to lie in bed. And I do the things that I don't want to do, but I know will be good for me in the end. On the other hand, sometimes you can do all the things, all the healthy habits, and still not feel your best. And in those moments, I like to give myself the space to feel whatever it is that I'm feeling, because I can't move past it if I don't fully feel those emotions, that experience. And if I'm being honest, sometimes the answer lies in doing absolutely nothing. But today, I very much did do something. And I can't lie, I feel a teensy weensy bit better than I did before. I've been drawn to long, hot baths and showers for as long as I can remember. They just really have a way of calming my nervous system. My body care routine is accompanied by Osea today. I've been a lover of Osea for quite a while now. They're a mother-daughter brand creating clean, vegan, cruelty-free skincare, and that's one of the reasons that I love them so much. Sustainability has been at the heart of their brand since the very beginning. Every decision, every product they make considers the impact of our planet and collective well-being. For my body care today, I'm using Osea's Golden Glow Body Set. It includes their plant-based body brush, Undaria cleansing body polish, as well as the Undaria algae body oil, which is my absolute favorite. Body brush buffs away roughness, sweeping away dead skin cells. The cleansing body polish exfoliates, cleanses, and moisturizing. The algae body oil is clinically proven to instantly improve skin's elasticity and deliver deep moisturization. It just gives your body the perfect spring and summer glow. With Mother's Day approaching, Osea's Golden Glow Body Set would be the perfect gift to give to the mothers in your life. And it's also just really a nice way to refresh your spring skincare routine. Click the link in my description box and use my code REGLOW to save 10% off your order. Thank you, Osea, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. So, my glasses are dirty as heck. My eyes have been so irritated because of the weather. So I've been wearing my glasses. Usually I just wear my contacts. But I have been in such not the best mood today. And I feel like it's important for me to show up for myself. Also show up for y'all. Not only when I feel great and like in a great mood, but also in moments like this, because I feel like it's inorganic if I'm only showing you when I'm yay, super excited. It's not relatable. And I'm a human being. I have days where I don't feel great. I have weeks where I don't feel great. And this happens to be one of those days / weeks. This video was actually supposed to be like, a cute, when I planned it out, my content calendar was supposed to be like spring reset vlog. Spring reset vlogs are just any kind of reset vlog is super fun, but I was just like, that's not what's on my heart. That's not what's happening in my real life right now. I mean, yeah, I did like a little morning reset, and to be honest, I do feel a teensy weensy bit better, but I said this shit before. Sometimes you can do all the cleaning, all the self-care, all the movement and running, and you can still not feel 100%. Like, you can still feel like shit. I think I've just been in my head so much today specifically, this morning specifically, overthinking, overanalyzing, thinking about the future, trying to figure out, I guess trying to figure out the unknown and know the uncertain. And it's literally driving me in freaking insane. But also, my partner does have like a little gym injury, and I know I'm smiling when I say it, but it's just like I'm really mad at him because this is the second time like he re-injured it. He didn't give it time to like completely heal. So me being his loving partner, I'm having to take on more than I would normally take on. In the beginning, I wasn't self-aware enough to understand that, okay, you're taking more on. So you may not have the space like physically to do everything that you usually do, but also mentally. Like, I don't think we often correlate those two things when we're going through a lot in our life. In our physical reality, we may not have the space, the capacity to take on things mentally. Like, I was answering my phone, having long ass conversations, and then I would get off feeling so drained because I didn't have the space. I didn't have the capacity to take on those conversations, but because I don't know, because I wasn't self-aware enough in that moment, girl, I still had the conversations. I still was doing the things that I would normally do. And even when it comes to social media, FYI, I deleted the app this morning. I had to post something for the pod, but I deleted it after that. I don't think we realize, even though it feels like you're not doing anything, you're not physically, there is no physical output when it comes to consuming on social media, but everything that you're consuming, it has to sit somewhere. It's taking up space somewhere. And it's going here. And you're not, I really had to give my mind, my body, and my soul the space that it needed. Now, I know earlier we did all our little routine. We did our body care, our skin care. We went on a run. But when shit gets hard, sometimes you have to slow down in order to keep going. You have to just rest. The answer isn't always do more. Sometimes you just need to rest. So for the rest of the day, I'm probably gonna be I'm gonna do the essentials, like cook a good dinner. I think I'm having leftovers for lunch, so that's already taken care of. I'm gonna be resting. We're resting. Something else that's been on my mind though is the fact that I feel like I don't sit still often enough. I don't stay in the present moment as often as I should. I'm always thinking about the future. What I've been really understanding is that it's so important to show gratitude for the current moment. It's so important to show gratitude for the person that you are right now. I'll never be her again. It's so important to show gratitude for the space that I'm in, mentally, physically, spiritually. I will never be here again, and I think sometimes we don't show enough gratitude. We don't have enough patience, and we end up moving before it's, and I mean like just making moves. We end up doing things sooner than what we should have been doing them. So I'm just really trying to take this time to show gratitude for this moment, this being, this body, this soul, this spirit, this space, mentally, physically, spiritually. Going back to the question though, because I get this question a lot. How do you keep going when it's hard? I feel like it's always hard. No, granted, sometimes days, weeks, months are harder than others. And I know that we all are dealing with different things in our lives on very different levels. And some may be on, the same level. We often don't give ourselves the space to feel, because when you're in a particular experience, when you are currently or presently experiencing something, you want to get out of it as quick as possible. But I think it's important to, and I feel like my nervous system catches up with things so late. Like, I can experience something a week ago or a few days ago, and today my body is just now, my nervous system is just now feeling those things, and it manifests into like tears, anxiousness, being overwhelmed. And just like having an attitude. First of all, you have to move with your nervous system, move with your body, but also give yourself the time and the space to feel. I find that as human beings, me specifically, me being the human being, Exhibit A, I like to escape. I like to do things to escape. And not in a good way, like social media or like just doom scrolling, doing things that is actively taking me away from the current moment. And when I'm doing that, I'm not giving myself the space and time to feel. I learned that I have to give my body the ability, the opportunity to release these emotions and these feelings, or if not, I'm gonna hold on to them and they're gonna linger on. That would be my advice. Give yourself time to feel. It's okay to feel. You are not a robot. You are not artificial intelligence. You are a human being. You are a being. Give yourself space. Give yourself time to feel whatever it is. No feeling is a wrong feeling. It is your feeling. Honor yourself by allowing yourself to feel. And I promise, when I give myself the space to feel, or even like release, like I'm doing right now, like earlier I said, I didn't even feel like doing this. I didn't feel like showing up. I did it for, like I said, for myself, but for you. But also, history shows that I feel so much better after I have gotten on this camera and showed up in some way and released. Me talking to you right now is synonymous, very similar to what an audio journaling session would look like. Just talking. And I'm grateful that I have this space and I have this platform where I am brave enough, I'm vulnerable enough to say what's on my heart, to be seen, to be perceived without really having too many fucks. Because there was a time when I cared so much, and I allowed it to stop me from doing what was in my heart. I allowed it to stop sharing my evolution. I didn't want to put that out there because I was scared, because it was different than who I was. So I said I had to say, what was my point? Feel, release. You'll feel so much better. And also, when I talked about the habits, you want to do habits. This requires a level of self-awareness. The things I just did may not resonate with you. You may not want to go on a fucking run. You may not want to take a 20-minute shower. It probably was actually 20 minutes. But you might not want to take a long shower. It may not look like a smoothie. It requires exploration of self. What is that thing that when you first wake up, doom scrolling on your phone, and you just don't want to get up and you just don't feel like doing? But after you do it, you actually feel better. You feel like, even if it's like a 0.1%, you actually feel a little bit better. What is that thing? What are those things? Whatever that is, do that. Because let me tell you, I laid down in my bed this morning and I was up at 6. Well, my alarm went up. Actually, no, my alarm didn't go off. I had to go to the potty. And I laid there and I felt a release coming, a release in the form of tears. And I didn't want to feel those tears. So guess what I did? I put out my phone. I was on Instagram scrolling. And it was a temporary fix. It temporarily filled a void. And right when I put my phone down, I started crying. I'm like, you did all that and you still cried anyway. You might as well would have felt it in the first place. Yeah. Do the things that make you feel better. But also do nothing. Do nothing at all. But don't do nothing for too long, because I find myself slipping into a depressive episode when I have done nothing for absolutely too long. Yeah. That's all I have for you. That's all I have right now. For the rest of the day, I did what I intended to do, which was absolutely, well, I won't say absolutely nothing, but I rested. I gave my body and my mind time to rest. I cooked myself and my family breakfast for dinner. Growing up, I loved when my mother cooked me breakfast for dinner. It was just my favorite thing, and it was so comforting. And comfort was exactly what I needed today. If you've been feeling down lately and life has been a little bit harder than it usually is, it's okay. Give yourself a moment to slow down. Give yourself a moment to feel it all so that you can release it, so that it won't linger on in your body. Give yourself the space. Give yourself the time that you need. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you so much.